2, action.
Hi, I'm Michael.
And I'm Mackenzie.
And we're Wench Train Fanatics. Last year we uploaded a video about how we built our first Christmas layout. We had a couple of ideas that has come about since then. We're going to show you in this next couple of minutes on how we built and upgraded our newest layout. Stay tuned. Hi, if you're new here, make sure you go ahead and hit the subscribe button below, and while you're at it, ring that train bell so you can get notified every single time we upload a new video. So last year we uploaded a video and we talked about how we built this platform right here. We had a train running underneath. The way we designed it last year is we had a loop. It was a single loop and it was on multi-levels. It would go up, it would go down, it would go up, it would go down. In theory, it was great. It was fun. But what we realized is that we always needed to pay attention to it. We always needed to increase the power so that the train could make it up the incline, and then decrease the power when it was getting ready to go down the backside. So what we decided to do was to change out the way the trains ran, but essentially we kept the same top and everything else that we've done on top here. So now there's a couple of ways that you can sit there and say how big of a layout do we want under our Christmas tree. Space is almost always an issue. Where are you going to put it? Where is the track going to go? Where's the wood, the layout, the platforms, everything else? There's two ways of really looking at it. Is one, looking at what track you have and how big that goes, how much that measures, or just looking at the amount of space and saying, this is the amount of space I want to use, I'll get whatever track I need to fill that space. So what we went ahead and did is we had come across a very good deal on 30-inch straight pieces of Fastrack, Lionel Fastrack. And we had a large number of them that we came across on this deal, and we said this is a great opportunity for us to be able to put it down on our layout that's on, under our Christmas tree. On our permanent layout, we use the same Lionel Fastrack, but in this particular case, we said, you know what, let's use this, let's make it long, let's see how much, if we have all this track, how much space are we going to need. We also wanted to take this opportunity to be able to run multiple trains. On our permanent layout, we have a single loop with a remote siding. In this particular layout here, we have 3 tracks on our main level, in addition to a bump and go trolley on top. This is great because we're going between Fastrack and tubular tracks so that we can get that nostalgic 1950s, 60s, post-war locomotive going around the train to, some of our modern stuff. So one of the things that we have continuing on from last year is this bump and go trolley that is on the top of our layout. It is really nice so that we can turn the power on. It goes back and forth on its own. The mechanism that's within the trolley is built within the bumper so that when the bumper gets contacted, it will automatically change the direction of it. What we have incorporated on the bump and go trolley is not only just a modern girder bridge, but also a post-war bridge that we've wrapped in LED battery powered lighting. Now, something that Jen always wanted on the layout was a tree farm. Here's the beginning stages of our tree farm. You notice that we have some of the decorative trees that are lined up, making it look like it's a place for people to be able to come and purchase trees. We have strung up these LED battery powered lights to give it that realistic look and feel. We have a couple more things that we need to build on this. We need to put a couple of signs up and just add just a few more details to it. But I think it's definitely something with with her taste and with her imagination on it. It really enhances our layout, and it really brings it to that nice Christmas feel. So now what we've done differently this year is we knew that we wanted to build such a large layout, but it would be near impossible to get this up into our attic and put it away for storage. What we decided to do this year was to break it down into modular sections. All right, so we knew that we first laid out the track. That was the first thing we did. And we said, okay, this is the track we want to run. This is the dimensions that it's going to be. Now, how much of a platform do we want to build? I wanted to do something that was a little bit higher elevated, especially if I want to tuck away all my wiring from my track, my lights, everything else that we're going to be doing. I wanted to make sure that it's tucked away, all right? And that if you do it just underneath, you can cause the track to be uneven if you have the wires sticking out. So what we wanted to do is make sure we just elevated it just a little bit up off the ground. So what we decided to do was use 2x3s. And on top of the 2x3s, we have 3/4 inch plywood. And on top of that, we have a homosoap board that we purchased from a local hardware store. What the homosoap board does is it helps deaden the sound. It helps reducing the sound of the train going by, so that this way you can still run your trains and it's still not wouldn't be as loud, so that you can still have a conversation with someone in the same room. So now, to make this easy to store away, we've decided to break this down into 4 modular units. Each unit is built on the 2x3 structure, and they're all bolted together. We ran our wiring. Now, to deliver the power from the transformer to the track, I went ahead and used thermostat wire. Once we bolted it together, we then applied the plywood on top. We cut the plywood so that this way it would be almost like a puzzle piece in a way. We then put the homosoap board on top of that. So what's going to be great about putting all this into a modular setting is that we can easily unbolt these pieces stack them on top of each other, and be able to bring them up the ladder and store them into our attic, where they're going to be for the rest of the year. For us, with having Mackenzie around, we want to make sure that safety is the number one thing. So in this particular platform that we have reused from last year's build, the way it's structured is that it hangs out over the track. So there's no immediate support directly underneath the edge of this. So what we went ahead and did was we took a picture frame cable and we had screwed it both into the base of the platform in addition to the back of this. So similar to like a dresser, how you would anchor a dresser to the wall. Because this way, when she likes to play on this, and she likes to play on the edge, we want to make sure that it's absolutely safe for her to be able to play on and not have to worry that, she's going to put too much pressure on here, too much weight, and then everything come crashing down. What we absolutely love is that we have several buildings located here under the Christmas tree on our train layout, but it goes beyond that because it helped to incorporate the entire living space, where we have decorations on top of our television here. We have a whole nother scene set up. So it gives us the opportunity to just have that continuity throughout our entire celebrating space, our living space, where we're going to be, opening presents and everything else. We all love this time of year. We love Christmas, where we can decorate as a family. We can bond as a family. Right here in our living room, where we have our tree, where we're going to be opening presents Christmas morning, where we're going to make lifetime memories. For us, the reason I guess we love decorating so much is because it's not just the one day a year. Right? It's a season. It's the holiday season. And so we have time, we have an opportunity to where we can bond, we can each participate, we can each put, our own taste, our own flair, as individuals who make up a solid family, that we can put on here what we want, we can decorate what we want. All right, so when we were building out this train layout, we were designing it and thinking what we want where, wanted to make sure that there was that room for expansion, that not only just where the train was going to be and where the track was going to have to lay, but also what do we want where, what buildings, our buildings that we have, that we purchased throughout the years, and they have some kind of symbolism to us. We relate to them in some way. It's just great because we can reflect back on that and reflect back on the memories we made during the year, and what we've done in the past together as a family. So again, we just love this Christmas holiday season, and we love it that we can decorate and we can put things on and really help us reflect back on the great memories that we have as a family as a whole. What we love about our layout this year is that my wife was able to, through a lot of research, find the train that I had growing up when I was a little kid, that the train that my grandfather had given my father, who handed down to me, that was thrown out, which is a common story among a lot of people that we talk to. And we found out through one grainy picture that the train that I had growing up was this post-war 2055. And she did a lot of research and found a great train, which really is great because it helps me go back down memory lane.
From all of us at Wentz Train Fanatics,
I'm Mackenzie.
Jennifer,
I'm Michael.
We want to wish you a happy holiday.